Every second you wait, you bleed life. Not in grand, dramatic spurts, but in quiet, invisible drips. Like a ticking clock slowly draining the oil from a lamp, until one day you look around and the fire's gone. The world didn't steal it. Time didn't rob you. You gave it away every moment you hesitated, every dream you shelved, every voice inside you that whispered not yet. Success isn't some mythic peak waiting for you to mature into it. It's not a destination marked on some celestial calendar. It does not arrive by invitation, and it will not ask for permission to enter your life. It's summoned. It's ignited. It begins not tomorrow, not next week, not when the stars align, but the very moment you decide you're done waiting. Waiting is the most deceptive form of fear. It wears a mask of preparation. It speaks in the language of someday, maybe, and when I'm ready. But make no mistake, waiting is a decision. It's a silent agreement with mediocrity. It's the anesthetic of the masses. Henry Ford didn't wait until he had it all figured out. He didn't wait for someone to hand him blueprints of an industry that didn't yet exist. He took a vision loud, messy, rebellious, and dared to build a future that seemed impossible. Why? Because he knew waiting was just another word for wasting. Walt Disney was fired from a newspaper for lacking imagination. Imagine if he had waited for validation. Imagine if he'd said, maybe I'll try again once someone believes in. But he didn't wait. He believed first, and the world followed. You're not behind. You're not too old. You're not underqualified. You're simply paused. And pause is death to momentum. Waiting feels safe, but it's the most dangerous place to live. Because while you're standing still, life is sprinting past. And the version of you who could have conquered, who could have built, who could have risen dies a little more every time you say, not yet. Let's be clear, you will never feel ready. Readiness is a myth sold by comfort. And comfort? Comfort is the deathbed of greatness. If Thomas Edison had waited to feel ready, we'd still be living in the dark. He failed 10,000 times, not because he was reckless, but because he moved. Because he acted while others doubted. Because he refused to sit in silence, waiting for perfection. Perfection is the enemy of progress. And every master you admire today was once an amateur who decided to act before they felt like a master. Abraham Lincoln lost more elections than he won before becoming one of the greatest leaders in history. He wasn't chosen by fate. He chose himself again and again, through loss, ridicule, and unbearable pressure. And you are not exempt from that same greatness. It is not reserved for others. It does not belong to the chosen few. It belongs to the committed few. The ones who refuse to sit quietly and let their future collect dust on the shelf of someday. You don't need a map. You need movement. You don't need guarantees. You need grit. You don't need applause. You need fire. The world doesn't respond to your wishes. It responds to your will. Not the will to fantasize, but the will to begin. To throw yourself into the current of creation. To abandon the myth of safety. To stop waiting for a sign and become one. You are the sign. When a lion wakes, it does not wait for permission to hunt. It does not consider its failures from yesterday. It moves because movement is survival. So why do you, with all your dreams, talents, and aching hunger for greatness, choose stillness? This life is not a rehearsal. This is it. The lights are on. The curtain is up. And every breath you take waiting backstage is a moment lost forever from the stage of your legacy. You are not here to observe. You are here to declare. Declare your purpose with action. Declare your intention with execution. Declare your worth not with words, but with relentless, unshakable forward motion. And don't you dare tell yourself you're too late. Colonel Sanders was in his 60s when he franchised Kentucky Fried Chicken. Ray Kroc didn't find McDonald's until he was 52. Vera Wang didn't enter fashion design until age 40. They didn't wait for youth. They waged war with time. Because success is not about when. It's about now. It's about the sheer force of a decision made with such conviction that time itself bends to it. And what's stopping you? The fear of failure? Let me tell you, failure is not the enemy. Indecision is. Failure teaches. Waiting paralyzes. You can fail and rise again, but you cannot wait and win.